Welcome to the Application Delivery How-To video series. My name is Matthew Karnowski. The first thing I'd like to discuss is the event alert workflow within the Avi controller. The Avi controller will generate an event when something occurs. This can be a login event, either successful or a failure, or it could be a configuration event, or even a software failure. The Avi controller is also constantly collecting performance metrics. These events and metrics can be used within an alert config. And if an event or a metric threshold is raised with an alert config, then an alert action is performed. This alert action can send external notifications or trigger a control script to run. Let's take a look at how these are configured. Back on my controller, here are my alert configs. And these are the pre-canned alert configs that come with the controller. And you can see there's some, I'll use this bottom one here as an example, that it's pre-configured for virtual services. And it's a couple of events that triggers this. I'm going to create our own and show you how we can do this, but keep in mind, there are some pre-canned ones. The scenario I'm going to use is I have a virtual service configured on my controller that's quite sensitive, and I want to be alerted really if anything happens on this. So first thing I'm going to do is configure my notifications, because I do want to send notifications when something occurs. So under notifications, I have a syslog server configured. I've already pre-configured an email as well, going to a to address and carbon copy address, as well as an SNMP trap server I've configured. If I go to templates, scripts, control scripts, I've already configured a control script. And a control script is just a Python script. And in this case, I created this for PagerDuty. What this script will do, it'll call PagerDuty's API when it's alerted and send the event information to PagerDuty, so PagerDuty then will send out its notifications. Okay. So if I go to operations, I'm going to go to my alert actions, and I'm going to create a new alert action. And I'm going to name this, because it's for my specific virtual service, I'm going to name it demo SVS, and I'm going to say this is high. I'm going to get an alert level as high. And this will come through like in syslog, you'll see as it has a classification, I'll call it critical. If I want to send an email, I can select the email. If I want to send syslog as well, I can select my syslog servers, SNMP, my SNMP server, and a control script. So really what happens is for this alert config, if this is triggered, it's going to send an email, send syslog, send SNMP trap, as well as run this PagerDuty API call from the control script. You can select one or more. In this case, I selected all four, but let's just go ahead and take off email. We don't want to do it in email. I'm going to save. So now you can see I have my alert action here. I get alert level high, and then all the notifications that it's going to do. Back in my alert config, I'm going to create my alert config. And here we can see the configuration. I have a demo VS. And for this alert config, I can set different parameters like throttle alerts. And you can see it'll suppress the alerts for this duration before it generates another one. And I can trigger it based off of an event or a metric. And I'm going to specify it specifically on virtual services, and I'm going to choose a virtual service. You could say, you don't have to specify a specific object. In this one, I'm going to specify virtual service, and I'm going to specify a specific instance. In this case, demo VS. I'm going to set for real time, so as it occurs, I want to be alerted. And let's do this for configuration events. There's if I do a config update. So config update, or let's say I have a config delete. So we'll be notified if either of these occur. Let's also do virtual service down. Virtual service down. So if any of these events occurs, what alert action do we want to perform? And here we'll select a demo VS high. We can say save. And that is how to use events and alerts for troubleshooting applications. Thank you for watching. Please check out other exciting videos in our application delivery how-to series.